My name is Kobi Coker, and this is my profile.
What is your earliest football memory?
My earliest football memory is kicking ball when I used to live in Stamford Hill, Hackney, and just kicking ball in the cage over there. That's really my earliest memory. I remember scoring some banger in year 2, some volley. That was also up there, fam. So those are my earliest memories, kicking ball in the cage and scoring some volley in year 2.
Which footballers inspired you growing up?
It's between 2 players, both Chelsea players, as I am a Chelsea fan. First one is Michael Essien, because obviously I was Ghanaian, and being as patriotic as I am, I saw a Ghanaian ripping it, just scoring these bangers against Arsenal freely, just everywhere, playing right back and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I like this guy. It's just all action, all smoke, everywhere for the team. So Michael Essien is definitely one of them. And then the second one has to be Didier Drogba, innit? For the sheer fact of he's done it all, and he kept it real whilst doing it. You feel me? Always popped up in the big moments, was always selfless, always grinded for the team, always worked, always popped up when it mattered, always selfless. And I like the fact that he was a little bit problematic. I loved it. So I think that's definitely between Drogba and Essien.
What made you move to the US to play football at university level?
Ooh, I think it's a combination of loads of different things, but I think the first reason was because in England, I clocked on early that if I was going to make it somehow in football, I'm going to have to go from the bottom up. I wasn't going to join no academy or anything like that. I just knew it from early. So I was like, all right, let me go to America and make my name out there, innit? At the time I was ignorant. I thought it would be easy, just go to college, then get scouted and then get drafted. That's what I kind of thought. But it's definitely not like that, but that's a whole nother conversation in itself, innit? But I think it was just that, I think from young, I realized that I had to take a different route. And then the second reason was just that anyone that knows me knows I just like to be different, innit? And I was just like, yeah, this American thing sounds different, so let me do it, innit? So that was literally, those are the 2 main reasons.
What is the approach to college soccer in America?
Overall, I would say from where I've been generally is very, very, it's about winning. That's how I would sum it up. Where I am now has got quite a little bit of a professional feel to it. Where I was my first year, that even though that team didn't have a professional feel to it, the coaches were very heavy on winning, which I don't have a problem with. And where I am now, it's still very heavy on winning, but it's got that more professional feel to it. And I think whatever school you go to, different schools are going to have different things, good or bad. But I think overall, it's just about winning, isn't it? Because these coaches, a lot of these coaches, they're coaching with a place of pride on the line. Every player has got a point to prove if they're serious. You're either trying to go pro or trying to develop him some way. So I think overall, that's what it's just about. It's just about getting better and trying to win. And that's the approach. It's just about winning.
Is the style of coaching different compared to the UK?
Overall, I'd say yes. And the reason, I think I've got to put a disclaimer, like back home, I never had the opportunity, some might say I wasn't good enough, whatever you want to call it, I don't really care, I never really played for an academy. I never really played for like teams where coaching was really, really rigorous. All the teams I played on, I was always given a lot of freedom to do what I want to kind of help the team how I felt like I wanted to. So when I came to America, I was kind of in a shock because I had to get humbled in it. Like I had to start playing my position in the sense of like I don't always need a voice, I don't always need the answer. So I had to just I learned how to really, I've always been good at listening, but really follow instructions and really listen to what is being told and really doing what has to be done to win. You feel me? So I say the coaching approach is very strict, strict's the wrong word. It's like, actually, I would say that it's very strict. Every coach has their way of playing, and at the end of the day, it's not about how good you are or what you once done. It's all about like, can you do what the coach is asking you to do? And I'm sure at the top, like the higher levels of English football is like that, but the levels I played at, I didn't hear of that or experience that. So yeah, I think it's just about doing what the coach is quite strict in the sense that you have to do what you're being told to do.
Was it hard to adjust?
I feel like it wasn't, but then as I said, I've got in trouble bare times. I would say it wasn't that hard, but then I got in trouble a lot. So I guess it kind of was hard to adjust. I didn't do anything bad, but it was just that case of, again, getting used to, it's not about what I want to do. It's about what has to be done. And if the coach is out here, if the coach tells you they want you to do this, you better do that. And if you're not going to do it, you're not going to play. Or if you're going to do your own thing, it better flipping work. And if it doesn't work, you're going to get yanked out. So I think overall, that's what was, it was a little bit of a challenge. It was something I had to get used to, but we made it through.
How do you prepare for matches?
I prepare for matches in quite a simple, but quite like methodical way, shall I say. So through the week, I will try to work on, through the week, we'd have regular training, but then I would try to do my own training sessions, like my own private training sessions, or maybe with one teammate or something, working on something that I feel I need to work on either from the last game or just in general. So through the week, I would be putting myself through my own training sessions. And as we get closer to the game, I reduce how much or how heavy my own training sessions are to make sure that my body is still fresh and it's not tired, it's at its peak for the game. Then on game day, I will do a couple hours before the game, I'll do like my own little warm-up / workout, keep the ball moving, just to again get my body and my mind ready. And all of that, as I said, all of those workouts through the week, yes, it's to get my body ready, but it's more to get my mind ready. Like, I've done my workouts this week, I feel confident, I feel good about myself, and now it's about to go out there. Now it's time to go out there, think clearly, think strong, think confidently, and try and go get that win.
What helps you recover from a poor individual performance?
I think acknowledging what's happened and then moving on. I can't, if I have a bad game, God forbid, because I got a game today, I can't think too much. I can't not think about it, because then that would be dismissive. But then I can't think too much about it, because then that's how you dig yourself a hole. So for me, it's just about finding that balance of doing what I need to do. I say it's a balance of acknowledging what's happened, fixing what's happened, and then after a day, no more than 2 days, get over it. We go back again, train hard, train well, come with a clear mind, and then come out and get ready for the next game.
What level of grassroots football would you compare college football to?
Overall, I would say it's a mix. It's a mix between top academy, borderline professional football down to about semi-pro level, and strong semi-pro. There's some semi-pro that the level is not good, like it's not very serious, but serious semi-pro. And the reason why I say that is because as you go to big D1, some D2, maybe even some NAIA schools, those are just conferences. They run and function like professional teams. A lot of those guys then go on to play professionally in lower divisions of America or like abroad. So I'd say the top proper levels and teams, they literally function like professional clubs. But then as you drop a bit lower, as you go to less serious teams, I would say becomes more like a semi-pro club in terms of when it's time to do your thing, it's professional, handle your business, but then outside of it, you kind of do what you want and go about your business. So I'd say overall it varies between the top pro level to about semi-pro seriousness. At most colleges, things are going to be well done, you're going to be well taken care of, you're going to be looked after. So I would say that.
Would you recommend the path you've taken to others?
100%. But at the same time, I have to throw a disclaimer with American football. With ball in America, generally, they divide things into fall sports and spring sports, and football's usually only played in the fall. So you're only really playing real football from like August to about October, November, December, depending on how far your team goes. So I think people need to understand that if you want to come out here and your sole intention is just play as much football as you can, then this might not be the space for you. Or if you don't like school, this might not be the space for you, because you're going to do more school than you are going to do football. The football is great. The football is what gives you the pathway, but you have to be prepared for the other stuff, because the other stuff is what makes up majority of what you're going to do. But as a whole, if you're willing for that, then I'd recommend this to anyone and everyone. I think it's sick, man.
Any advice for the younger generation?
I would say keep grinding and stay open. Or even if you don't want to use the word grinding, just keep going and stay open. When I look at myself, a lot of my friends that kick ball, I'm probably the least talented footballer, but I was the one that kind of kept going, and I just kept going, and because I just literally kept going, doors open for me. Thank God that I've been blessed with the opportunities that I have, and I just took them, and I've just kept going. And when you keep going, other things will open for you, assuming you're going in the right direction. And then the second part would be stay open, in terms of don't knock off anything too quickly. Don't knock off anything too quickly. Stay open, because when you stay open, you don't know what type of opportunities are going to come your way, and you don't know what each opportunity can do for you. Like, the reason why I am where I am is because I took a chance of going to the middle of nowhere and saying, why not? And right now, I think that's one of the best decisions I've ever made, not only in terms of football, but just in terms of overall life. So I think stay open, keep grinding, and just make sure you always handle your business, innit? Take care of what you got to take care of. Make sure you take care of your schoolwork, take care of your body, your mind, do what you have to do, and things will just look after themselves.